Minister, I'm going to go back to this, what is essentially a second announcement today, since the first announcement of the managerial guidelines seemed to have proven ineffective in the first 6 months. And frankly, I don't think more guidelines are what it required. Frankly, it is the ensuring that public servants are complying with them. I think that's far more important than creating new levels of bureaucracy, new levels of red tape. Now, to go back to the $5 million first wave that was announced today in the Globe and Mail by Bill Curry, the government has identified 635 IT middlemen that do no work. In fact, as we know, the PBO has launched an entire investigation on this. How much has your government paid to IT middlemen?
So my role, and you referenced the announcement at lunch, the role of the Treasury Board President is to ensure that we have the rules and the policies and the guidelines in place. And the Auditor General stated that our rules were sufficient, and I'm taking this opportunity to even enhance them. We know that there's an RCMP investigation relating to CBSA, and we will look to follow those recommendations, but I'm taking this proactive measure of updating the guidelines in advance. Regarding your question, that information has already been provided to the committee, and I look forward to
How much is it? What's the number,
continuing
Minister?
to ensure that we provide whatever information in addition you need. I will ask Annie to provide any further information relating to that. In terms of the one supplier, however, I can confirm 103 contracts with GC Strategies from 2011 to 2024.
We have, of course, GC Strategies and Dalian, which, of course, I'm sure, given your previous role as Minister of Defense and now President of the Treasury Board, and prior to that, procurement, I hope you were aware of. You didn't verify that you were in my first round of questioning, but I hope that you were. $28 million for essentially 4 employees. How many of these 635 companies have 2 employees or less? Can you tell Canadians, please?
Actually, we're undertaking a horizontal audit, as I announced at lunch, and we will be able to provide that information. I will say that the individual at DND that is at the heart of your question was employed at DND after I left as minister. PSPC is also reviewing its supply arrangement, and I will ask Ms. Samantha Tattersall if she can comment further.
My final question, Minister, which I think is very important for Canadians. Previous to you, the Minister of Procurement and his Deputy Minister were here discussing the very important issue of conflict of interest. Now, your spouse, of course, is a director of Life Labs who received a $66.3 million contract on June 23rd in 2020, as well as a $1.9 million contract on August 20th of the same year. The Deputy Minister of Procurement said that 5 employees were fired, were released for not indicating their conflict of interest. Yet apparently you did not indicate a conflict of interest to the Ethics Commissioner. Do you believe that you should be held to the same standard as these 5 employees who were fired?
Wow, good question.
I apologize. We are out of time. However, next up is
come
Mr. Shari.
on.
I'm sure